What's up, guys? It is I, once again, Mr. Gamer 990, and today, guys, I want to review one of my all-time favorite games in my top 5 list of favorites, Red Dead Redemption, the Game of the Year edition, developed and distributed by Rockstar Games. And this game, guys, is, in my personal opinion, Rockstar's best. Now, I have a love-hate thing for Rockstar and their games. I do really like GTA 3 from what I played of it, Vice City, San Andreas, and GTA 4. I will just simply say that I don't like that game so much. There was a time I hated it, and now I'm like, whatever, it was there, but not really something I remember. And the Max Payne series I love so much. It's among my all-time favorite series as well. And GTA 5 I really enjoy. I like a lot of things about it. Some things in the game annoyed me, but overall it's a good game. And I also love LA Noire. Now, the story to Red Dead takes place in the year 1911, during the last decade of the American frontier, which helped shape the West. And the main focus is on a man named John Marston, an ex-outlaw who becomes recruited by the American government, specifically Agent Edgar Ross and Archer, in hopes that he track down his old comrades, now turned enemies, Bill Williamson, Javier Escuela, and Dutch Van der Linde, who he once rode with when he was an outlaw before he started his own family. And the American government, Edgar Ross and Archer, have his family held as hostages, and if you wish to see them again, he has to track down these 3 men and bring them to justice. And the story from there follows John Marston as he tries to track down these men, while also meeting many other characters who become part of his story and his journey. Such characters like Bonnie McFarlane and Seth, the crazy old guy looking for his treasure, Irish, and who was a kind of drunk guy who was just kind of cuckoo. And you also have Landon Ricketts, a veteran gunslinger who John Marston gets a few tips from on how to gunsling. And then you also have other characters like Louisa and Abraham Reyes and many other characters in the story. But the main focus is John Marston's quest to hunt down these men. And John Marston is being taken against his will and being forced to track these men down. And this story is very complicated, guys, because a lot of Rockstar's characters like Nico Bellic, or the 3 characters in GTA 5, or even Max Payne, and so many other of their characters like Cole Phelps and the rest, they all have a very troubled past, and they're usually angry characters who are going through something in their life they're trying to overcome. In the case of John Marston, it's him trying to leave the old life he led as an outlaw after he started a family, and sometimes, even though his intentions are good and he does want to change, you can't always run away from your past, because it will always come back to haunt you. And that's the point of Red Dead. It's all about John Marston trying to find redemption, hence the title of the game. But it doesn't come without a price, and John Marston has killed a lot of people, and he is a killer at heart, but a killer with a heart of gold. And John Marston is not your typical hero with a troubled past. No, he has a personality to him which I really love. I don't relate to him personally, but I do see where he's coming from, especially how he's cool-headed, reserved, calm, and he tries to get the job done. There are occasions in the story where there are characters that do some heinous things and acts, but John Marston keeps his cool and keeps his mind on the prize, which is his family, getting to return home to them. And it's hard to watch other people in the game suffer, and John Marston doing nothing about it, trying to stop these men or anyone trying to cause harm to others. Because John Marston isn't your typical hero. He even says in the game that he's no hero, and I find that part about him to be interesting because John Marston is an honest man. He's not a decent man, but he is an honest man who knows who he is. This game, guys, is amazing. I love this game. Now, the gameplay, like a lot of other Rockstar games, I have a few issues with, like the control mechanic and how you move your character. A lot of times when I'm trying to take cover in rocks while I'm in a shootout, or when I'm trying to go from point A to point B in any city or town, it gets so frustrating because I can't maneuver John Marston around. The camera goes crazy, and when I try to tell him to go here, he instead does something else. And this problem I have also with games like GTA, and I have it also with like LA Noire. But in the case of Red Dead, it doesn't like distract me from the game or the story or the experience, but it does stand out to me, this issue, which is at least personal to me. And I do like the characters in the game, from Seth to Irish to Louisa to Bonnie McFarlane to Landon Ricketts and Javier Escuela, one of the three men John Marston is targeting, also Bill Williamson. But the most compelling one out of the three men is without doubt Dutch Van der Linde. Dutch is one of those characters who isn't your typical villain. Dutch isn't even the villain. What Dutch does in the game is not right, it's actually wrong, but he does have his reasons, and Dutch was once a good man, and he just so happens to turn to the wrong side because of how times are changing, for better or for worse. Another part of the game I really love is the action. You get to actually use a revolver or rifle against any enemies you encounter, and so cool. And you have this mechanic known as Deadeye, which slows down time, and you're able to lock onto enemies and target their head or any part of their body and shoot them, kind of like the Matrix. And when you release the Deadeye, it feels so cool and you feel like a badass, and it really does give you that feeling that you are a veteran gunslinger. And I love that part of the game so much, from the action to the horse riding to exploring the landscape in the northern part of America to Mexico or Mexico to Blackwater, which is I think in the east side of the west in the map of the game. And there's a lot of places you explore, from snow to desert to different kinds of terrain. It's so cool. The thing that stands out for me personally is the story, and it's the characters, the interactions, and John Marston's quest for redemption. And the end of the game, guys, is just so heartbreaking. I won't spoil anything, but it really caught me hard. And it's that kind of ending which I would call a perfect ending to a great game. It has a lot of flaws, like I mentioned in the video. The certain flaws I have with the gameplay mechanics, from the movement to just the character of John Marston, who I really like, but there's some parts about his personality I don't really understand, nor do I understand why he would help out these people like Nigel West Dickens, even though he is an obnoxious fellow. But besides those flaws to the game, which a lot of Rockstar games have, I really do like the game. It's my favorite out of their entire work, and I really do love the story and the action. And guys, I highly recommend you all play this game. It's definitely worth your time, and I'm really looking forward to the next installment in the Red Dead Redemption series with Red Dead Redemption 2. And this game is a masterpiece, guys, in every sense of the word. I really do love it. And thank you all for watching. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel if you wish. And check out my other channel where I talk about movies, anime, and television. Until next time, guys, thank you for watching. Peace out, take care, adios, amigos, au revoir, and sayonara.